Here's a song that's in sort of a set pattern of songs that say, let's say a little more than I love you and you love me, and let's go over to the banks of Italy.
This is Michael Motlach reading my poem, I Came Here to Be a Poet. I came here to be a poet. I like how Stevie Nicks speaks like a Martian sometimes. I came here for a reason, she said in a 1983 interview, as if simply relaying the directive from her mothership. I didn't come here to be a mother. Bet that sounded pretty alien then, coming from a young, pretty woman. Like a Trojan horse, feminism disguised in a frilly dress. It makes me think about my birth mother. Like Stevie, she didn't come here to be a mother. Unlike my mother, who couldn't get pregnant, but wouldn't let that stop her from becoming what she came here to be. My mother, as passionate about adoption as she was about choice. I like how that confuses some, those who like to point out that abortion might have prevented her from adopting. I suppose those dimwits came here to be, well, dimwits. Still, bet they can't help but hum along when they hear Stevie Nicks songs, failing to realize that all those songs are her children, that she gave birth to them for us. Because, she said, I want to enhance this planet. About this poem. I suppose this poem is about soul contracts. Too often we are steered into doing what is expected instead of what we are meant to do, or what is right for us. I was lucky to have been adopted by parents determined to be parents, and just as lucky to have been given up by people who knew parenting was not for them. I admire both decisions, and admire how Stevie Nicks expresses so blatantly and unapologetically her own mission, which is to bring her songs, her children, to this planet. How lucky we all are for that.
You're on. All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Dylan Box. It's been a while. I'm one of your hosts, Ryan Harsch.
And I'm Chris LeRoy.
And we're here to talk.
Oh, it's heavy.
Uh-oh.
There we go. Another.
Budokan, 1978.
Do people understand any lyrics by Bob Dylan?
Listen to Blonde on Blonde.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
What's going on there?
Oh, boy, if you were confused then, you would be confused now, and you'll be confused rough and rowdy ways.
Absolutely.
So it couldn't just be that there were some songs that are inaccessible. He just was kind of losing touch with some of his critics.
It was a big transitional period because after that he went into the so-called Christian period, and
Right.
which we've talked about in a very early episode. But you could see the progression now,
Right.
But then I'm sure it was like, what's he doing? Like, what's he gonna do now? What's you know?
I think that that's sort of what's key to this. And in the in the CD version,
Right.
there's both.
Beautiful packaging though.
Oh, it's
Like
massive.
with the flowers and
It's
the
pretty.
cover's pretty awesome.
Let's go back to. I just
Yeah.
think that's one of the best covers
It's so cool.
because that didn't happen. Someone went back and they said, "Okay, let's show this for the art that it really was."
Right.
There's a quote in there when he talks about how much he loved being in Japan and being by this rock garden, that he left his soul there and he was going to return. And it's either, just leaving a nice note to Santa Claus, or it's something that he really did feel.
Yeah.
And I think it has to do with transition. I
Yes.
think that when you listen to both, they're like the full sets of both nights.
Yeah.
Even though there's songs that are repeated and whatnot, what you get is a little darker, more mysterious thing that also is kind of happening, which kind of gets lost in the translation. A little flute comes on, and the people are like, "Oh,
Well, the comment on that. The first song is "Hard Rain's Gonna Fall," but it's an instrumental,
Right.
So you can kind of picture like everybody coming out, and then Dylan comes out with like a cape, maybe, right, like a James Brown thing,
Right.
right, or just
Right.
very theatrical.
Yeah.
Because you hear it. I put it on. I never heard the version of like, oh, this is going to be cool.
Yeah.
And then it's all instrumental.
Yeah.
So it's like it's introducing the band.
Right. And it's it's a little bit of showbiz.
Right.
And for someone who has been in showbiz as long as Bob Dylan, it's funny now to look back and say, oh, well, he was just being showbiz. Well,
Right.
that's why he had a career. You break it down, he always goes, I'm just a song and dance man.
Do you think of yourself primarily as a singer or as a poet?
Oh, I think of myself more as a song and dance man,
There's other people who want to imbue his whole output as as political or spiritual or such and such. He's a songwriter. He has a band. He has albums.
Right.
He's plugging whatever's the next thing is in line, and he was freeing himself up
Yeah.
from whatever the previous album and say, I'm going to try to make a clean break with live stuff. And so I might turn people off. And in fact, they're going to get mad that I'm kind of making this pop. Let's make them real mad.
Yeah.
And let's just do it. Let's just have this light touch and we'll have stuff. But it's not all light. And what the nice thing of this set is you delve into some the other, it's like A Man and Me or some of the other things where they really start to capture what ends up being a sound that's not unlike Rolling Thunder down the road.
Yeah, and it's almost like even with all the instruments, it's still when I listen to it because I just put it on headphones and I walked around listening to it. It was like the songs were a lot of instrumentation, but it was very like almost like he broke it down.
Yeah.
So you're listening to these simple versions. What it really kind of reminded me of Leonard Cohen. When he put out a couple live albums and like maybe the last 10 years of his life. It sounds a lot like this, like with the backup singers and the instrumentation. So it was kind of cool to compare the two of that. Like maybe Leonard Cohen was going for a sound similar to this. Because you're right. Coming off of Rolling Thunder, which was this big production, he added a whole new band. I think for like Rob Stoner was playing bass, but everyone else was brand new, and just did something different. For the live setting.
Yeah, and I think maybe as an artist, he thinks, well, who's the person I need to please with my art? And it's just like, there's only one answer. It's just Bob Dylan. It's a little like, it's a show unto itself.
Right.
His Christmas album.
I recently picked that up, actually.
There's a similar disdain that folks have for that album. But I'll tell you something. 20 years from now, well, he'll probably still be touring, but if he's not, and if he's not with us, people are going to be looking back and say, thank God we have that Christmas album. Thank goodness that we have this document of what he was trying to do at Budokan and forward. And just saying, I'm freeing my hands of this. I'm moving on to this pop thing. Catch it quick because it might not be the same tomorrow.
And it wasn't.
And it never was. And you had mentioned before we started how right now he's in a very unique space to where he's playing a similar set every night.
Yeah, which he didn't really do. He's playing like Rough and Rowdy Ways, basically the whole thing, and then he's adding a song or two that's different, but the set is essentially the same. And I saw him 2 years ago, like a little more than 2 years ago. Same thing. He played most of that album. He played like 5 or 6 songs, and then I think he played a cover. And then he closed with Every Grain of Sand, and it was an amazing show. But it's crazy to think that he's just doing the same thing every night. But who knows if different it is.
Yeah, which is most bands.
Right.
Most bands, when half his age, are kind of playing their set.
True.
I know Grand Funk was in town the other night. I bet you they played We're American Band. But what's very interesting about this album is that it's much more freeing. The more you get to hear of it, it's much more freeing when it's said and done because you realize he's just having a good time himself. His singing on this album, his singing during this era, was so strong still. He still was in full command of his voice.
Enunciation of like blowing in the wind.
Right.
A man to be free. Look at how he just enunciates some of those
He does.
very
He's
simple
kind of
words.
crooning a little bit.
Right,
Crooning a little bit.
right.
But, he looks around. Years later, he devotes, I don't know, about 1,000 albums. I mean, quadruple, triplicate albums of, of crooning and of him just doing his favorite Frank Sinatra plus material, it was already in him. And so that little crooner,
Yeah.
it was already in him. All that stuff was there, but he was just following a path that was just being revealed to him as he went along.
Why not? And it's interesting too how he didn't really play any new songs, right?
No,
He just broke out the old song. I think it's what pissed people off. It's like, how dare he put a flute in this song, or how make it sound like it's a schmaltzy song?
Yeah.
But they were his songs, and there was a quote in the Rolling Thunder doc, and I'm gonna mangle it, but he said something like, "Life is not about being this or being that. It's like creating things." So that's kind of what he would constantly do with some of these songs. He just create new things from a foundation.
Yeah.
And so, like it or not, he did this, and then he would do the same with the Christian live set.
Oh,
where
absolutely.
he created this persona on stage, and very, very theatrical too.
Yeah.
I think.
It's the stuff of true artists. When you look at Picasso, you look at folks, and there's these different periods that you can place them in. I'm sure he's sort of cognizant about that, but he's had the goods for X amount of years to be able to deliver his changes.
Right.
So
Right.
So it's an album about his changes.
Right. And it's interesting. It's a live album, and he's developing himself on a live setting and in the studio in two almost completely different ways.
Right, yeah.
So he's using the live because the shows aren't going to be the same as the album, which is any band I want to see. Like I'd expect some difference. And that's what he delivers on this record. I think it's great. I recommend anyone pick it up. I love it.
And if you have a favorite band that you like, just have them hire a piccolo player. Just fly him in.
And an over exuberant saxophone as well, because he has that on here too.
He's the same guy.
Is he?
He's the same guy. It's just
Okay.
Stephen Douglas.
Okay.
Yeah. They sort of edged him off the stage. It always reminds me of Peter, Paul, and Mary. I don't think it's Ed Sullivan Show, but it's one of these things where they're on very high platforms.
Right.
And there's like three, and they're each on these very tall platforms. And I don't remember if it was Paul Stokely or not, but he was just backing up, and he would get to the front of the stage, and he would back up, and he would get up to the front. But they're small. This is the size of this table. And right towards the end of the song, he fell off the back.
Oh no! He exited himself from the live show.
Puff?
Yeah. Essentially, yes. That's
So
funny.
that probably happened to the piccolo player.
Right. He just
But
fell
I
off
do.
the stage
I
somewhere.
agree with you. This particular set, again, overpriced as all get out.
Yeah.
But just a wonderful booklet with it. It's got all this memorabilia. So if you want, what the tickets look like, and some Japanese posters.
Oh, cool.
So it's
Yeah.
just, it's
The artwork and
it's worth it.
money is no object when it comes to this man. Same with another band we'll talk about, the Grateful Dead. For me,
Yes.
and it's money well spent, because
Yes.
it's the stuff you're going to be sharing with other people. And we'll be back on another edition of Dylan Box. We have a lot more to talk about. I'm Ryan.
I'm Chris.
Thanks everybody. Another Budokan.
Gonna walk down the dirt road.
How many roads must a man walk down before they call him a man? How many seas must a white dove sail before she sleeps in the sand? How many times must the cannonballs fly before they're forever banned? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. How many years can a mountain exist before it is washed to the that he just doesn't see.
The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind.
How many times must a man look up before he can see the sky? How many years must one man have before he can hear people cry? How many deaths will it take till he knows that too many people have died?
The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind.
Alrighty, Chris. The time machine's been working pretty well lately, so I think we should just let's just take it for a spin, shall we? You probably never heard of Kevin Tex Tubb, but I believe he is related to legendary Texas troubadour Ernest Tubb, and Tex is a big Dylan fan. I met Tex. I think I met him when he was in line to go see Bob Dylan, and he gets there really early so he can sit close. And when he performs tribute to Bob Dylan, which he does every year for Bob Dylan's birthday, Kevin really nails it. And I think you're going to enjoy his version of Isis Meets Silvio.
Stick my future on the hell of a past. Looks like tomorrow is a coming on fast. Ain't complaining about what I got. Seen better times, but who has not? Silvio, silver and gold. Wanna buy back the beat of a hot grown cold. Silvio, I gotta go. I'm gonna find out something only dead man know. When I go knocking enough to throw me no bone, I'm a double even looking for a home. If you don't like it, you can leave me alone. I can snap my fingers and start the rain. From a clear blue sky, I'll turn it off again. Stroke your body and relieve your pain. I can chime the whistle of an evening train. Silvio, silver and gold. Wanna buy back the beat of a hot grown cold. I gotta go, gonna find out something only dead men know. Gonna sing it loud, gonna sing it strong. Yeah, I'm gonna sing it loud, sing it strong. Let the echo decide if I was right or wrong. Silvio, silver and gold. Wanna buy back the beat of a hot grown cold. Silvio, I gotta go. Gonna find out something only dead man know.
Well, if we all made it back, I think the time machine has really proven itself. I don't know if we're going to take it for a spin to too many other places all at once next time, but I hope you enjoyed this time, or last time. So we'll see you next time, here on the Time Machine. Thank you for enjoying this blurb rap. Blurb rap, blurb rap.
Now those bluebirds sing, they talk about everything. This is why I long to stay. Walked out in the rain, try to understand the pain, how I can
remember every face of every man who put me here. I see my light come shining from the west down to the east. Any day now, any day now, I say be relieved. They tell me every man needs protection. They say that every man must fall, but I swear I see my reflection somewhere so high above this world. I see my light come shining from the west down to the east. Any day now, any day now, I say be relieved. You're down here in this lovely crowd. There's a man who swears he's not to blame. All day long I hear him crying out so loud, shouting out that he be free. I see my light come shining from the west down the east. Any day now, any day now, I shall be relieved. Any day now, any day now, I shall be relieved.
And I won't go, afraid to fall, afraid to lose my handle of it all. But I love you through it all.
Come gather round, people, wherever you roam, and admit that the waters around you have grown, and accept it that soon you'll be drenched to the bone. If your time to you is worth saving, then you better start swimming or you'll sink like a stone, for the times they are a-changing. Some writers and critics, you prophesize with your pen, and keep your eyes wide, the chance won't come again. And don't speak too soon, for the wheel's still in spin, and there's no telling who that it's naming. For the loser now will be later to win, for the times they are changing. Some senators, congressmen, please heed the call. Don't stand in the doorway, don't block up the hall, for he that gets hurt will be he who has stalled. For the battle outside raging will soon shake your windows and rattle your walls, for the times they are a-changing. mothers and fathers throughout the land. And don't criticize what you can't understand. Your sons and your daughters are beyond your command. Your old road is rapidly aging. Please get out of the new one if you can't lend your hand, for the times they are a-changing. The line it is drawn and the curse it is cast. The slowest one now will later be fast, as the present now will later be past. The order is rapidly fading, and the first one now will later be last, for the times they are a-changing.